Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. Those of you who know me know that I'm not an endurance rider. I'm sort of a sprinter slash time trialist. I can really only do a couple of minutes effort, but I have plans to do an Everesting challenge. And if you don't know what that is, it is the equivalent of running or riding up Mount Everest, the equivalent height of Mount Everest up a hill. So 8,848 meters up a hill. So I plan on going to a hill out at Central Mangrove, about 40 minutes from where I live, and riding 42 repeats of this hill. So it should take me, if I take my time, about 12 to 15 hours of continuous riding. The rules state that you cannot get any other forms of transportation down the hill. You can't run up and get a car down. You have to do the same hill. It has to be one continuous recording on the GPS computer on your bike or phone or whatever. It has to be uploaded to Strava or Zwift for it to count. So you can stop as many times as you want in that effort. You don't have to continually keep riding. You can stop for lunch, stop for a rest. I don't think you're allowed to have like a sleep, but you're allowed to stop for as long as you want and then continue going. So I plan on doing a quarter of that today, which is 20 kilometers of riding. The hill that I've chosen is about 1.98, 2 kilometers long. Much looks so sad. And it climbs 212 meters in that distance. So it's about 10% gradient. The first 500 meters is probably about 13%, and then it levels out to about a 9%, and then it flattens to about a 7, and then to about a 6 to finish. So I want a hill that's as consistent gradient as I can for as long as I can, so I can just sit on a certain RPM, just tick the legs over, just get the breathing going, and do it as if I'm just, walking up a hill, like striding up a hill. So I'm not pushing too hard and I'm not burning like too much lactic acid in my legs. So I can, get over the RPM threshold of bogging down. So I plan on doing that today. What I'm going to use is just my standard mountain bike that I ride to work in. When I do the attempt, I will take the bags off the back just to make it a little bit lighter, and all the bottle cages, and like as much stuff that weighs it down as possible. I've got disc brakes on this bike. I think it's about 140 or 160 mil. And I've also got this shirt that I made. It's like a wingsuit. I've sewn a little pocket in there that goes through to the other side, and it's sewn all the way down the arms. So my theory, this is the first time I'm going to test this, is that if I go down the hill, when I'm going up the hill, it will be slow enough that it won't catch the wind. And if it does, I can roll the sleeves up and that'll sort of tuck the wings under my arms. And when I'm going down the hill, it'll be enough that it'll help slow me down and take some wear off the brakes, because 42 repeats of a 2 kilometer hill doing about 70 k's an hour can wear the brakes out. Another rule that I just remembered is that you have to start from a flat standing start, basically. So you can't roll into a hill and then roll up, and that altitude gain is considered like the gain in your total effort. That's considered cheating because you're rolling down a hill. So the hill I've chosen has a long run out. It's probably about a 200 meter run out. It's a road that it's a dead end road. No one uses it. It's on a council site, so I know once I pass the gate, no one else is going to be down there unless, it's a Friday today. So unless they're working down there, but then they'll know I'm there. I've got plenty of run out at the bottom to slow down and use some air resistance to slow me up rather than burning my brakes out, because on my previous bike I did a lot of hill efforts in that and I burnt them out. Like, they were absolutely cooked after like 9 years of using it, and I didn't replace any of the parts ever. And I haven't done it on this one, and this is about 9 years old. So it's going to be a glorious day today. Little bit of cloud cover, but it should burn off later. I'm going to set out at about 9 o'clock. It is currently 7:30. Probably by 12 o'clock when I finish, it should be about like 24 degrees, I think it is, which should be perfect. I've got some electrolytes and carbohydrate drink, and I'll pack heaps of food and just take it easy and make sure I do the time, because I know I can do the effort. I've been training for an hour in the morning doing gym exercises. Then I ride 20 minutes to work, so that's an hour and 20. And then in the afternoon, I ride 20 minutes home from work, and I sit on my stationary trainer over there and do about an hour's effort. So that's about 2.5 to 2 hours 40 effort. And this ride should take 3 hours. So technically, it's only like 20 to 30 minutes longer than I would normally spend exercising in a day. The only problem is it's going to be like a little bit harder. The effort going up the hill will take about 15 minutes. I hope to do a continuous 1,000 meters per hour of ascent time. So on my GPS computer, it says it calculates the gradient of a hill and how fast you're going, and it says in 1 hour you will ascend 1,000 meters. So I've got a small water bottle, probably about 600 ml, chockers full of electrolytes and carbs. I cramp quite a lot, so magnesium in this and salts will definitely help. Got water here, and then 2 waters on the bike. Got some nuts, fruit, grapes and just mixed fruit. So that should help me recover ASAP once I've finished the ride, and I'll try and sip that every time I come down the hill. I'll take like 2 sips of that just to keep me topped up and energized. This ride is also a preparation for a race, I don't know what you call it, a mountain bike ride I'll be doing in August, on August the 12th, my mum's birthday. So I will be doing 90 kilometers and 1,860 meters of altitude, I think. So this will be a good preparation, because I'll be doing about 2,000 meters altitude in 20 kilometers. So if I know I can do the altitude, I know I can do the kilometers. So it'll be a good prep, because I don't like riding 90 kilometers. I don't like riding 3 hours. So I've just got to tick it over and see if I can get through the ride today, just to build up some endurance. So this is the hill. Fairly consistent here. Out there we've got a view of a valley, probably about 160 meters down there. I've always thought it'd be fun to put a water slide down this thing. So you can see it's a fairly consistent gradient. It's only at the top, which I forgot to film, where it's flattening out a little bit. It's a bit windy, but hopefully I can carry my speed through these corners. Let's see if anyone's here. No one's here. Gate's still closed. It's actually really cold outside. Because this place is in a valley, it traps a lot of the cool. The other dam that we've got also does the same. The sun doesn't come up to about 11 o'clock and it is freezing down there. So you can see we've got a sweeping corner here. Start to see the water now. And the straightaway that I was talking about. That's where we get our water. So it is 8:49. Oh look, R&D technology. I will put my clothes on and do a little bit of a warm up and then go for it. Well, it is right on 9 o'clock. Just about to set off. Actually, I should probably take a water bottle out just to save me a bit. Turns out I forgot my heart rate monitor, so I'll be going purely off feel, but I will be taking it extremely easy today. I just want to get it done. When I do the Everest challenge, I want to take up to 20 hours if I need to. I'll crawl it if I have to, but I want to complete it. So I'm pretty cold, so I'll just take it very easy on the first one to gauge how fast I can go up a hill. Yeah, guys are here to do maintenance on the stuff, so my boss will be here, so I get to say hello to him. I got me wings on. Hopefully they work. We'll test it out. Yeah, let's kick it off, eh? Well, I'm at the top, and as you can tell by my speaking and breathing, it wasn't even hard. 16 minutes from now, and that's to get my phone out and press record and record for 14 seconds. I talked to my boss who was on his way down for about a minute, so I basically beat my fastest time ever, and I wasn't even trying. So I think I'm in the bag for completing it. My left shin is a little bit tight. I think that's from like a hard training on Tuesday. Yeah, so I think I'm alright for doing 3 hours here. I wasn't even, like I'm not even warm yet. And once I'm warm, I can just sit on a steady power. My heart rate probably wasn't over that 160 mark, and I wasn't even like huffing and puffing the whole way up. I was just chilling, just taking in the view. Like, take my sunnies off when I start riding up, and appreciate what the beauty of Mangrove Mountain has for me today, because positivity will get you through at the end of the day. When times get tough, being positive and happy and just going, this is a fun ride, I'm just out for a good day, will definitely help. So enough wasting time, let's hit the clock. The most dangerous part about this coming down is kangaroos hopping out in front. Cars coming the other way, yeah. Gravel on the corners, yeah. Kangaroos, way more deadly. Alright, just slow down. Just chill. This is legit so easy. Endurance will be the hard part. It's not the intensity of the effort. Also, according to the Garmin GPS, it's 223 meters, not 212. So something's out. Hopefully it's 223, because that'd be great. I'm gonna have to do 10, not 10.4. I only have to do 41 repeats when I do it properly. Or 40 and like 0.1. But yeah, if it's 223, I'll be absolutely stoked. Also, I need one more zip tie, so I'll do that when I get down. So I mentioned my left shin was hurting a bit, cramping just a tiny bit, just niggling. I have a very toe dominant cleat setup, because that's what I ride in my streamliner. I want to get used to riding like that, and I ride my stationary trainer with these boots. The only downside is you get a lot of leverage through the ankle, which is wasted energy, because it's not a very powerful muscle. Glutes and quads and hamstrings are the ones you want. So the constant push-pull of the ankle ever so slightly, just to get that rotation of a pedal up and over the 12 and 6 o'clock point. is enough to burn a little bit. So that might come into play. I've been training like that, so hopefully I'm used to it. Back in the pocket you go. I'll see you on the next couple. I put 2 new zip ties in as well. Hopefully that's a bit more give, because previously it was just a bit too tight. Well, I've just done half of the maximum amount I want today, and it's an hour and 53 in. Bit behind because I've been modifying and doing other stuff. But if you calculate how slow I'll be going on the Everest, this is probably about on track, so about 15 hours for the entire effort. So I'll continue going up. I'd put a tear in the back so the air would rush out the back. But what I need to do is create a V from each arm and to the middle of the handlebars so it catches more air. But this is working a little bit better, slowing down quite a bit coming down the hill. I'm not using my brakes as much. Let's do another 5 attempts. I've just hit the 3 hour mark, 33 kilometers complete, 1800 meters, 8 efforts up the hill. The last 2 have been absolutely ridiculous. Unbelievably hard. Really bogging down, starting to like be on the cusp of cramping. So I'm gonna chill out here for a bit and hopefully get 2 efforts done within the hour. So I have a total of 10 done in 4 hours, which means I'd be 16 hours for the total Everest. But that's starting from fresh legs when I started this ride. So I'm gonna have something to eat and just get through today. I planned on Everesting the week after Battle Mountain, September, because it's going to be like hot, so I can ride without asthma and stuff. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll wait till like Easter next year, because I need to build my endurance a lot more. I couldn't do Everest, not now, not in 4 weeks, that's for sure. So yeah, I'll chill out here for a bit, and next time you see me is probably when I'll be dead at the end of a ride, because I ain't giving up. I'm crawling that hill if I have to. The hardest part about the hills is it's around like 16% or like 13% on the steep bits, and then it drops to like 7 on the non-steep bits. They're fine. I can tick along a couple of k's an hour, like 6 k's an hour, just cruising 200 and something watts. But it's when I get to the steep bits, I can't do anything less than 250, otherwise I just basically stop, because my granny gear, first gear on a bike, isn't small enough now, but I'm starting to fatigue. So that's the hardest part. But on those sections, I lower my RPM to a point where I'm hitting 200 watts. But that's no good, because that's when you start to cramp. You need to keep the legs moving at a fairly high rate of RPM. So hopefully after this rest, it'll be just enough to get me up to the top for a 9th effort. And then the last one I'll just grind out, put myself through hell, maybe stop halfway on both of these just to give my legs a rest, because I've been going so long that I'm cutting blood supply off to my private regions and it's going numb. So I don't want that, because for an extended period of time it's dangerous, not good for you. So I'll just stop, shake the legs out, and keep going. Ooh. lordy lord, I did it. 3 hours, 56 minutes. Oh, that last one was an absolute nightmare. I deeply regret doing that because it hurts. I was cramping like for the last 100 meters. It was not fun. I made it though. Now to go have some high calorie food. Get some Epsom salts and just chill in the bath and die. Because I am wrecked. Oh my god. Thanks for watching. I don't think I'll do Everest anytime soon. But I'll keep training hard. And aiming for the next big achievement in life. Always grinding, always trying to find something cooler or better to do. So thanks for watching. Peace. See you on the next one.